Hi, and welcome to tonight's webinar regarding campus visits and campus tours. Hopefully this will give you some idea of what going on a campus visit will be like and what are some things that you guys should be asking when you go on campus visits. My name is Lupe Hernandez and I work for ICANN. The mission of ICANN is to empower Iowans to find success in career, college, and in life. We are a nonprofit organization, so all of our services are at no cost. Keep us in mind as you guys are preparing for your students' future, for your future if you are a student. We are here to assist in any way that we can. I do want to start off though, backtracking a little bit before we get into campus visits, because even before talking about going to a certain college to go visit, students need to have an idea of what they want to go into, what career they want to go into. And this would entail career exploration. This should be done before selecting a college to go visit. You don't want to waste time and, of course, money traveling to a school if a student doesn't know what they want to study. So taking assessments will help students discover kind of what career fits what they're interested in. Please talk to your students. If you are a parent, if you are a student, you should have a career assessment tool available to you through your high school. All right, so talk to your school counselors, because more than likely your school counselor will be able to tell you, hey, so we use Zello, we use MAP, we use whatever career assessment tool that your school district uses to do career assessments. Okay, so I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you that when students do their assessments, it's going to tell them right away, you know, you're going to be an oncologist, you're going to be a sports journalist, you're going to be a civil engineer, but at least it's going to give the students an idea, a cluster, an area of study of kind of what they want to go into, so that when you are deciding which colleges to go visit, you know, if the assessments are saying, you know, you are heavy on STEM. Okay, maybe look into colleges that have a strong STEM program. Iowa State University, University of Wisconsin-Platteville. That would be the reason why doing career exploration, career assessments will help with deciding what colleges to go visit. Here are some other options that students can use. We have used in the past. We advocate for My ACT. So as you can imagine, it's the company that does the ACT test. They actually have assessments available. The student does have to have an account on ACT.org, but if your student has already taken the ACT or will be taking the ACT, they already have an account. So they can use that same login to access My ACT's assessment tool. Another one that you can use is called Career Coach. A simple Google search will help you, lead you to the website for the assessment called Career Coach. And of course, the Holland Occupational Test. Holland Occupational Test has been used for many years, and it's very good actually. It's not just for career exploration. A lot of companies use it for like HR purposes as well. So definitely check that out. But like I said, start with your high school. Find out what your high school uses for career assessments. I also want students to understand, again, before they go on a campus visit, is they need to understand the economic outlook. All right, so once they kind of pinpoint a career, how is it going to look in the future? All right, so will students be able to get a job right out of college? Will students be making enough money to, you know, have a life, you know, pay back student loans, pay for rent, pay for car. Once students do their career assessments and a certain career or area or field comes up, encourage your students to look into the economic outlook. How much money will students be making right out of college? And is this going to be an affordable program major to look into? I do want students also to understand that there are many options after high school, not necessarily just college. So students should consider careers that they're interested in. And sometimes it will require a four-year degree, but sometimes, depending on what the career shows, they may not need a 4-year degree. They might be able to do an apprenticeship program. They might be able to do a diploma or certification through a community college. It also includes military. So again, these career assessments is literally the first step in even starting the conversation of where are we going to go on these campus visits. Again, these are options, other options after high school, not necessarily, you know. So when I tell students, when adults say the word college or education after high school, we don't necessarily mean that traditional 4-year route. Like I said, it could include an apprenticeship, a certificate, a diploma, a 2-year degree. It could include a bachelor's. It could require more, a master's degree, or even beyond. They might need to get a doctorate degree. And it also includes, again, military or specialized training. Is education and training after high school worth it? Definitely. Of course, the monetary benefits are there, but also non-monetary benefits. This is also important to look into. Education after high school can help with improved physical and mental health, greater life satisfaction and well-being, more career options, more chances for advancement, job quality, stability, flexibility. So again, it's not just they'll be making more money, but also non-monetary ways that their life will be will improve, will be better. Once students kind of have done their assessments, they need to start making those choices as far as where are you going to go to college if it is required, based on the results of those assessments. And then again, make that list and start making a plan. When are we going to go visit Iowa State University? When are we going to go visit Kirkwood Community College? When are we going to go visit Drake University? And I encourage families to go when college is in session. I understand that people maybe have more time during the summer or maybe winter break, but there are no students on campus at that time. And I would like students to see the campus the way it is going to be when they're there. So going to a campus visit while school is in session is ideal. Some things to consider when going on a campus visit. Do they have the programs and majors that are being offered? Sometimes students will make a choice based on their friends going there or their parents graduating from that certain college. You know, yes, that's important. They should take that into consideration. But most importantly, does the college have the programs that the student is interested in? College is going to be an investment, whether it's a monetary investment or time investment. Is this investment going to be worth their time and money? Also consider cost versus financial aid. I do understand college is very expensive, but colleges also have scholarships to award. So please do not dismiss a school because of their sticker price, because very likely you will not be paying that sticker price. Especially, I'm just going to mention private colleges. Private colleges do tend to have like a higher price tag. But again, sometimes those private colleges come back with very, very good financial offers where it's almost at the level or lower than like state colleges. So again, don't dismiss a school because of the cost. See what they have to offer. You know, apply for admissions, file the FAFSA, wait for the financial offer to come through, and students don't have to decide, don't have to commit to a school until May 1 of senior year. So again, cost versus financial aid, please keep that in mind, that it's very likely you're not going to pay the that sticker price. What type of school is it? All right, is it a public school? Is it a private college? What does that mean? Is it a community college? Is it in-state or out-of-state? For those students considering out-of-state colleges, depending on what type of college it is, they might charge out-of-state tuition, which could be significantly higher. So please look into that. Campus and class sizes, when you guys are going on campus visits, you will be able to kind of peek in or sit in on a class. So if you're wondering kind of what the vibe is, I guess, at a lecture or at a lab, you can definitely request to take part in that. The location. I understand a lot of young people, seniors, they cannot wait to leave home, to be away from their hometown, from their house, from their parents. But a lot of young people don't realize, and they will come to realize eventually, uh, that they're going to miss home, right? For a lot of them, it's going to be the first time that they're away from mom or dad for a very long time. So a lot of them will realize that being too far away might be a little challenging. Dorms and apartments. If students are going to be living off campus, I'm sorry, if students are going to be going away to college, you know, does the college offer dorms? All right. So what is the dorm situation like? Is it co-ed? Is it floor by floor, male, female, male, female? Is it a male building and then a female building, or how's the security in the dorms? If a college doesn't have dorms, how is the apartment situation? So are you able to get an apartment close to campus? Can you find a roommate? How much is it going to cost? So definitely some things to keep in mind, some things to write down and ask when you are going on your campus visits, right? Other things to keep in mind: campus environment, all right? Student life, Greek life, spiritual community, disciplinary policies and practices, extracurriculars. For those students who are involved in extracurriculars and they want to continue to do that, will they be able to do this? I have also found it beneficial to follow the college's social media pages, because you can kind of get a feel for the school by following their Facebook page or their Instagram or their Snapchat or their TikTok. That would be a good way to kind of get an insight of what the school vibe is like, for the students and the parents as well. Of course, you want to make sure that there is a support system established at the college. You know, if a student is having a hard time, that they'll be able to have a professional, someone that they can talk to. If someone is sick, of course, we want them to be taken care of. And also, you know, the career center. Is this something that is available at the college, so that when they do leave that college campus, they're going to be ready with a cover letter, with a resume, with job interview skills? Does the college provide college fairs where it's a potential, it's likely, hopefully, that they will get hired even before they graduate from college? Other things to keep in mind, I know it sounds pretty minimal, but parking can be a nightmare depending on where the student is attending college. So when you go on your campus visit, pay attention to how hard was it for you to find a parking spot? And when you do find a parking spot, how far do you have to walk to where you have to go? Many times a vehicle on campus is more of a want rather than a need. Many colleges offer on-campus transportation. All right, bicycles are very common in college. Scooters, I've seen a lot of scooters around campus lately. So definitely consider leaving the vehicle at home, save money on gas, save money on maintenance. Other ways to do research on these colleges: of course, the college's websites. I already mentioned their social media post, a simple Google search. There is a website called College Raptor. So College Raptor helps students find college matches that will offer them the best financial fit, right? It's going to help them find a potential career, but also, a potential major, but also how much is it going to cost? So definitely check out collegeraptor.com. They also have a scholarship database, so check them out. It's a very good resource that we use here in-house with some of the families that we connect with. All right. So a college fair is an event where college representatives provide information to prospective students. It's an event, usually an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. It's a really good way to talk to several colleges quickly. You can visit as many colleges as you want. I encourage students that when they go on campus visits, when they go to college fairs, that they need to separate from their friends, because it's very likely that, or, you know, it could be that the student is not going to end up going to the same college as their friend, or maybe the friend isn't taking this event seriously and your student is, or maybe the friend is just taking over the entire conversation, and you want to make sure that the student is getting all their questions answered. So separate from friends, look on their own. Usually college people who put on the college fairs will post a list of who will be exhibiting, so you can kind of plan ahead, right? And make a list. It's like, okay, we're going to visit Coe, we're going to visit Wartburg, we're going to visit Ambrose, we're going to visit Augustana. So that way you have a plan. And once you talk to those schools, then students can look around on their own, or meet up again with those friends. Keep options open. There are many times when I talk to students and they are set. Their mind is made up ever since they were little. I'm going to go to this college. I'm going to go to this college. But they don't realize that there are so many options out there. So I tell students, when you guys go on your college fairs, look at colleges that you've never heard of before, or that are far away from home, that are not, just a 20-minute drive. You never know what you're going to find about that certain school. And it's good to compare colleges as well. Get contact information from the people you meet at college fairs and campus visits, okay? So your school counselors probably know everything about your high school career, but they're not going to know if your housing application has been processed. They're not going to know if the financial aid office has put together your financial offer. They're not going to know if your your meal plan has been set up. So make sure that whomever you meet on a campus visit or a college fair, make sure that you get a business card. So if you do have those very specific questions about that school, you know exactly who to contact. So again, how do you prepare for this? Take a career assessment inventory. Find out what your school's career assessment inventory is. And again, use the other resources we mentioned. So My ACT, Career Coach, the Holland Occupational Test. And then also find out what colleges will be exhibiting, and make a list of which ones you are going to visit. These are some questions to ask. Is the ACT or SAT required for admissions? Yes or no? If they say no, is the ACT or SAT required for scholarships? Yes or no? Is there a fee to apply? I will tell you, the Regent universities in our state do charge a fee to apply for admissions. Does the college accept the Common App? All right, this is important for those students who are considering applying to many colleges. By using the Common App, it could save them time because it's one application and you're taking care of multiple applications at the same time. Other questions to ask: what percentage of students receive merit-based aid? This would be based on the student's talent, whether it's academically, athletics, or music, or theater. When does the FAFSA have to be filed? I'll tell you this: the University of Iowa, their FAFSA filing priority date is going to be December 1. Iowa State University is going to be January 15th. So whatever school you go visit or you talk to at a college fair, ask them, when does the FAFSA have to be done by? Also, ask them what percentage of students are graduating with a job in their field of study. So if a student is going to go into education, what's the likelihood? What's the percentage that students are going to get a job as soon as they graduate? Also, what student services does the college offer? I mentioned the Career Center. That's going to be an important one when students are getting up there and almost finishing their college career. I do want to mention, I don't know where you guys are listening from, but ICANN does put together the largest college fair in the state of Iowa. It is going to be on Sunday, September 21st from 1 to 3 at Prairie Meadows Conference Center in Altoona. Okay, so again, it's going to be Sunday from 1 to 3 at Prairie Meadows in Altoona. It is a free event. You do not have to register ahead of time. There's going to be over 100 vendors, colleges, businesses, military that will be there to answer any and all questions you have about their institutions. Going into the future, If you cannot make it to Golden Circle and you are a student or a parent of a 9th, 10th, or 11th grader, I also want to invite you to our second largest college fair in the state. It's called Future Ready Career and College Fair. It is Sunday, March 29th, so it is a ways away. But keep this in mind because this is similar to Golden Circle. It's just going to be in Eastern Iowa versus Central Iowa. All right. So again, find out who's exhibiting. Colleges and universities have signed up from all over the Midwest. We have some schools coming in from farther away than the Midwest. So definitely check out our website to see who will be there. Also apprenticeships, building trades will be there as well. I do recommend, like I said, you don't have to register for the event ahead of time. You can just show up and be there. But we recommend that students set up their StriveScan account. So many colleges and universities will have a Strive scanner. So the way this will, the reason what this is for is that if you talk to a college and you're like, I kind of want to find out more about this school, you show them your little barcode, they will scan it, and they will send you information. It's a way for you to share your demographic info, name, address, phone number, email, and that the college will be, you'll be put into the college's mailing system. Okay, so go to strivefair.com to set up your StriveScan barcode. Again, it's free to do, and it's going to make attending one of our fairs, whether it's the Golden Circle or the Future Ready Fair, a lot easier and just more convenient for you. Here's a list of all the colleges that are coming up. Again, a lot of them all over the state. I'm not going to go over any one of them except ours, of course. The one at September 21st. Again, it's a Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. at Prairie Meadows in Altoona. Some more college fairs here. I don't know where you guys again are tuning in from, but hopefully there is one close to you that you can attend. You can see that some of them are doing during the day. So it is very likely that some of your students will be attending while they're in school. So again, just give them some tips like, hey, have a list ready. Make sure that you're not distracted by your friends. Make sure that you're getting all the questions answered. We have a list of questions to ask when you are going to a campus visit. You can download our Making the Most Out of Campus Visits worksheet because you know that once you're there, you're like, oh, I knew I had a question I wanted to ask and I forget, and I forgot. So if you download this and you take it with you, you know all the questions to ask regarding financial aid, regarding academics, regarding the actual campus or student life. So please go to our website, which is icansucceed.org, and then you want to do /materials. And this sheet, it's front and back, is called Make the Most of Your College Visits. All right. So, so a campus visit, of course, it's an up-close view of student life and helps you decide if it's the right fit. The things you will do at a campus visit, you'll probably take a campus tour. All right, so just show you just general stuff, highlights of the campus. There are some colleges that will let you stay overnight. Now, the Regents will not. They will not let you stay overnight just for liability and just space. But if you are interested in a smaller college, ask if there's a possibility for you to stay overnight, if possible. If you are interested in any like extracurriculars, like sports, see if you can maybe watch a team practice or even practice with the team. If you are into music, see if you can kind of watch a session. So just, you know, you don't know what you're allowed to do until you ask. So why not ask? You can sit in on a class. All right. So if you've heard, if some students get intimidated because they've heard, oh, this class was 400 students and it's a lecture class. You need to understand that not all classes will be 400 people in size. Okay. Yes, you might have a lecture class here or there that's quite large. But once you get into the classes that have to do with your major, the classes are probably no more than 13, 15, 20 people. So make sure that you are sitting in on a class. You can meet with faculty if you want. You can talk to a coach if they're available. Please make sure that you are stopping by the financial aid office, and what you're going to ask is about money, of course. What scholarships are available? When, how do we access these scholarships? When does the scholarship portal open? When is the scholarship application due? When does the FAFSA have to be filed? So just make sure that you are asking these questions while you're on your campus visit. There are two types of campus visits you can do. You can do a general campus visit where the college will just list on their website, these are our campus visit days, and you just, select a date you want to visit, and it's a general session, large group of people. You'll do a campus tour. Depending on the college, they might, give you lunch, so you can kind of check out the dining hall. You can also do an individual campus visit. So this is where you would call the admissions office and say, hey, I want to come visit your school, just me and my kid. And then you will schedule that, and it's just one-on-one. The family and an admissions representative. I don't have children, but if I did have children, I would probably encourage them to do like a general campus visit, like a big group. And if they like it enough to go back for a second visit, I would do an individual visit, just to make it more of a kind of what they want to see, right? Ask questions, of course. Make sure that you have your questions to ask sheet. And like I said, you can revisit if you need to. Please make a good impression. This is for the students. Make a good impression. Admissions representatives have very good memories, and students want to be remembered for positive things. So, be engaged. If the phone is going to be a distraction, put it in silent. Leave it in the car. And again, just be engaged, be present for the campus visit. Another way, and this was another way to get information from colleges, is to do a virtual college fair. And this was kind of a forced event when COVID happened, because we couldn't do anything in person. So colleges and all of us had to find new ways to get information to families. So a virtual college fair came into existence. So a college fair works much like an in-person college fair. Instead of seeing someone physically, you're going to connect with them virtually through Zoom. It's a great option for students who are unable to go in person. So for those of you who are considering colleges in either coast or in the South, a virtual college fair is a really good way to communicate with these colleges that are way, way, way out of state. Again, virtual campus tours, explore. This is another way to get to kind of check out the campus. You can save time and money on travel, and it's a way for you to get a first look to see if it is worth that plane ticket and going on in person campus visit. I'm just showing you here some examples of some virtual visits that you can do. I don't know if I'm showing you that right now. Where to go? I lost my PowerPoint. I'm sorry. Let's try this again. I wanted to play the actual video, but I don't know what's going on here, so I apologize. But this is an example of a virtual tour. This is Central. This would be an IACC, so North Iowa Area Community College. And of course, this is the University of Iowa. So again, this is a good way for students to kind of get an idea to see if going on an in-person visit would be something that they would want to do. So take notes while you're looking at the campus features that kind of stand out. Make sure that you are using all the features as far as any interactive features, as far as checking out the dorms, checking out the dining halls or classrooms. And then make sure that you are following up with the admissions counselor if you do have additional questions. I do want to leave you with some of our materials. So if you want to sign up for our like messages, we call them e-alerts. We send these out once a week, and it'll just be like a tip of the week, or it'll be suggestions and tips that are specific to your grade level. Also, we also send you reminders of any upcoming events, and also connect you to our social media. We are on Facebook, on YouTube, and X and Instagram. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I hope this was beneficial, and good luck as you are going um, on your campus visits. Have a good night. Bye.